Hi everybody, so today is Tuesday, May 5th, and I'm actually just outside. Well, obviously I'm outside. Okay, so anyway, outside because I'm actually on my scooter and I'm going to start heading down the road because I have to get to Publix because I have to either get a money order or a cashier's check. It's not really a long story, but on the day that my rent was due, which was obviously the first of the month, 1st of May, the app that I used to pay the rent was down. It was down for a while, and then when it actually came back up, then kind of life got in the way, and then I really didn't forget to pay my rent, but it kind of slipped my mind there for a hot minute. So now, because today's the 5th, and I kind of missed the deadline to pay the rent for the month of May through the app, so now I have to go down to Publix, which is just right down the road from here, to actually either get a money order or a cashier's check to pay the rent that way for the month of May. And then for the month of June, I'll get back on track paying the rent through the app. So just wanted to kind of give a quick introduction. This is what we're doing today. I don't know how exciting this is going to be, but I'm taking you along with me. And I wanted to do this quick introduction, and I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera around so you can see the road out here and see what I'm seeing. And we're going to start heading on our way to Publix so I can get a money order or a cashier's check. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. All right, so we're heading out, and I'm going to try to obviously not hit many bumps because, I mean, I'm on a scooter, so any little bump that I hit, I'm going to obviously feel it. And I don't want to do any damage to my scooter because this is the one that I use when I'm walking the dog. So obviously don't want to do any damage to this. Now, my son says that I have to just go down here and get as far as where the helicopter tours are at. And then that's where I have to make a right-hand turn and then cross to the other side of the road. I have to do it that way only because that side of the road over there, part of the sidewalk is kind of tore up for construction. They're doing some work on it. So, and I didn't want to cross in a busy intersection. So I'm actually have to go down a little farther just to cross so I can cross in a crosswalk. So that's kind of like the long story short. And yeah, so we're heading out. And now up on the right here, you can see there's this resort. I think it's called 4 Days Resort. I'm not sure what it's Florida something. It's resort. And I think it was like 2 weekends ago they had some kind of like huge cheering competition or dance competition that was in town. And I think a lot of the people were staying there because that little yard area out there, I saw a lot of the girls that were practicing their cheering moves and stuff out there for the competition. So now that I'm a little closer to the sign, I think it says 4 Days Resort. Okay, I guess that's whatever it is. Okay. So, but that yard right over there is actually where they were out there practicing in the morning. Okay, I'm going to stop here for a second because I'm going to do a quick adjustment on the camera. Just bear with me here 1 second. Okay, all right, see, told you that was quick. So there's a Popeyes right there. I don't ever see many cars there, but they have a drive-through too, so maybe more people go through the drive-through than actually eat there, or probably DoorDash it, I would think would be my guess. I don't know. Okay, so this is just the sidewalk that we're going to be on until I get down to the helicopter tour, and then that's where I have to make a right-hand turn to cross in the crosswalk, and then head up the sidewalk the other way to get to the Publix so I can get my money order. So, and this is iDrive right here. This is kind of like the main road that goes through here. I think this is iDrive. Road's not too busy right now, just because, a lot of people are probably either at work or either at home if they're not working today, or the people that do live here and go to the parks. I mean, they're obviously already in the parks. So this road usually gets really busy, when the 5 o'clock hour hits and everybody's trying to get somewhere. So And there's a lot of graffiti on the sidewalk here. I don't think it's like graffiti from, people just drawing things on the sidewalk. I think people were actually here doing some work, and so they were marking up the concrete for something. So, and this is the one thing that kind of makes me sad, how there's just like trash kind of scattered about over here. I really just wish people wouldn't do that. I mean, there's not a lot of it here, but there really shouldn't be any of it, because I know along this stretch of road, because there's always bus stops and they've got trash cans there. So I don't know why people can't just hang on to their trash until they find a trash can, because they're always not far behind. And it's just kind of, obviously it just trashes everything up, and it just makes stuff look bad. And, because this is a nice area where I live, but it's just a mess, and I just don't understand why people have to do this. So now I see the sign for Publix over there, but this is not where I can cross, because there's no inner crosswalk here, and so I don't want to do that. I want to get up a little farther where there's actually a crosswalk with a button that I can push to help me get across the street easier. So that's what we're going to wait for. Because, like I said, I'm on my scooter, because there was no way that I would be able to walk this and get there. So, or am I going to have to cross here? This is not what I want to do. Oh no, there's a sidewalk. Okay. There's a shopping cart. It has seen better days. Alright. See, the city buses are out and about. And that woman is brave. She's got a baby carriage stroller, and she's crossing this road with a baby. Oh, she's really brave. She's a little bit braver than I am. So I think this might be the helicopter tour area that Nick was telling me about, that this is where there would be a crosswalk that I would be able to turn. Okay. I wonder how much, $25 per person, and the limit is 4 passengers plus the pilot, so there's probably, you could bring like 3 people with you then. So I wonder how far you actually get to go. I don't know how far you'd actually get to go, because for $25 that doesn't seem like a lot. So you probably don't get to go very far, but there's the building for it, I'm assuming, where they park the helicopters. So you probably don't get to go very far. I have seen them flying around at times, and they haven't been like hospital helicopters. So I don't think you get to go that far though, because for $25, I can't imagine. I would like to be able to work up enough nerve to do that though, because I think it would be nice to kind of see some of the stuff that I'm familiar with from a helicopter. But I don't know if I'd work up enough nerve to actually do that. Maybe one of these days. Alright, so we've come to the crosswalk. There's the detour sign. That was the sign that I was waiting for. So is there a button that I can push here to cross? Or do I need to go to this one up here? I think I need to go to this one, because it looks like there might be a button to push so I can get across easier and safer. Now I just have to hope and pray that when I push the button and I get the walk signal, that the cars are behaving properly. And, well, not the cars, the people in the car that's operating it. So if it actually says to walk, that I can actually go. Okay, so here's the crosswalk button that I have to push. Okay, so I hit the button, and that sign over there, it says 18 seconds. I have to wait. So when I get the walk signal, I'm gonna go. So over there is the Regency Village. That's the area that I'm going to, where the Publix is at. So that's where I'm trying to get over there. But I gotta go down a little farther, because that's the sidewalk that's tore up over there. So I can cross here, and then hopefully cross somewhere down there to get over into the Publix parking lot. That red light, okay, it's still red, so I don't know what cars has the right of way next. I wonder what they're doing to the sidewalk over there, because according to Nick, it's been tore up for a while. Now those people over there, oh, look at that. Look at that truck. It's got multiple different colors on that. So there's people over there. They're trying to cross too. I'm not sure which way they're going. They look like they're trying to... Okay, well, they're trying to go that way, so they're not trying to go the same way I am. But I figure when I'm able to cross here, I got to keep going straight and then find a different area to cross so I can get to the Publix area, so I can go get my money order. And I've never been in this Publix. I think this is the Publix that we use when we do a food order. I think it comes from this one, but I've actually never been inside. So might kind of take a look around in there for a little bit, besides getting my money order, just to kind of see the inside of it. Nick sent me a list. There was a couple things he needed me to pick up for him. I think he said some deodorant. I made a list. I'd have to look. Okay, I got the walk signal, so we better get going and hurry, because I don't know how long we actually get here to cross. I got 33 seconds. I'm happy right now that it's not busy traffic right now, so I can actually do this and not feel too terrified for my life with the way the Orlando traffic usually is. So, alright, so I made it over to the other side of the sidewalk. Now I'm going to have to just go up here a little bit farther to see, because normally I would cross right there, but that sidewalk is all tore up. So I'm going to go down here a little bit farther, and hopefully there's another crosswalk area that I can use to cross safely, since I can't use that one. So I'm not sure what this property is. I don't know if this is apartment complexes or another hotel. I'm not entirely sure. It's gated, which is always nice to see. I don't even see a name on it. There might be one up here, possibly. Alright, so I'm going to just stay on this sidewalk until I get to another intersection where there's a crosswalk, just so I feel safer doing that. And so, just to have something else to talk about. So right now, I don't know who's all going to watch this later, but there's these bugs that are kind of running rampant in Florida, usually this time of the year. They're called the love bugs. And what they do is, like, the female will attach herself to a male love bug, and they only live for a couple days, but a female will find a male love bug and they attach themselves together, and I guess that's just how they mate with each other, and they only live for like 3 or 4 days. And so basically their whole thing in their big 3 or 4 day lifespan is just to mate with each other, lay eggs, and then they die. And there's a squirrel jumping on the tree. Oh, that's funny. He's cute. I like squirrels. So that's like their whole thing. So what an existence. I mean, you live for like 3 days, 4 days, and you have to attach yourself to another bug, and then you just lay eggs, and then you die. What a life. Okay, so I'm just going to be on here, like I said, until I find another crosswalk area, because I'm not going to play Frogger on this road, because I'm sure that wouldn't end well. There's got to be a crosswalk coming up here somewhere. Never did see a name of this property, but I'm assuming they're probably apartments. And that's where I need to get to over there, so I can get to the Publix somehow. So Nick did tell me that I would have to go down to the next intersection because he knows I like to have a crosswalk. So I am going a little bit out of my way just to get there, but that's just because where I would have been going normally, the sidewalk is tore up like I showed you. So this must be, okay, so these must not be apartments. It's the Tuscany Village Hilton Grand Vacation Club. So that's what that is. Alright, so let's hope the crosswalk here is coming up shortly. There's a pretty flower. I don't know what kind of flower that is, but I see them around. It's very pretty. Okay, it looks like something got hit by a car. I'm not going to show it. What is that? Oh yeah, some kind of bird got hit by a car. Oof, I don't want to see that. I'm not going to show that on the video. It's pretty disgusting and sad. Thankfully, it's not hot today, because if I had to do this and it was really hot out here like it normally is, I would not be happy. I'd still be doing it because I have to, but I'd be sweating bullets just to get there. So I'm glad it's not hot today since I have to do this. There's one of our city buses coming right there. I know that's exciting. Nick watches this. He'll be happy to see a city bus going by because he loves riding the city bus. Alright, I'm crossing this little intersection here. I'm still waiting to find a crosswalk so I can get to the other side. Looks like there's going to be one up here, so shortly. Because usually when there's lights for the cars, then there's usually a crosswalk for people. So I think this is where I need to be. So we're almost there, and then I got to go down on the other side of the road over there so I can head into the Publix area where I need to be. So, and like I said earlier when I first started this video, I'm kind of going out of my way to get where I need to be, but because the sidewalk's all tore up, because I didn't want to take my scooter through the grass, because I'm sure that would have ended badly. I'm sure. And plus I don't want to damage my scooter, because this is the one I use to walk the dog, so I need to kind of keep this in good shape. Alright, so we are coming up to the crosswalk here. These are some outlets that are here in the area. It's called the Orlando Vineland Premium Outlets. I've never been in there. Alright, so okay, so we got the walk signal. I'm going to let them go so I can get out here and just get behind them. Alright, everybody's crossed, and you got to take the chance when you get it. So I'm just going to get up here, back on the sidewalk, and then I just got to head back the way I came from. Okay, here we go. Alright, so now I've made it to the other side. There's the McDonald's right there. I really don't like McDonald's. Really the only thing that they have that I like is their sweet tea. But I can have that at home. I have sweet tea in the fridge usually. So, but that's about the only thing good they have there, in my opinion anyway. There's probably people that love McDonald's, but I really do not love McDonald's. That car has hearts all over it. It says "Stop Hate." Yeah, that would be good. So there's the drive-through for the McDonald's. So here's a little lake area to my left. The water is very green today. It's kind of disgusting actually. But anyway, I wonder if we're going to see any birds trying to fly in there. And the rule of thumb here is if you see a body of water, just, you know, be warned. There very well could be a gator in there. So, because you live in Florida, if you see water, There very well might be a gator. It's not out of the realm of a possibility. So, if there's a gator in this one, he's living in some green water. I just don't know why it's so yucky like that, because normally the water in these little stream and ponds area here, they're not like that. Look, there's another little squirrel. Let's stop for a minute. There's another little squirrel right there. Let's zoom in on him a little bit. He's right there. And then I see a duck down there. I don't know if you can see him. Let me try to zoom in again. He's right there. He's dunking his head in the green water. Probably trying to look for bugs or something. Trying to get his lunch. There's the squirrel down there. He's running along the bank. He might be going down there to get a drink. No, he's not. He's staying on the hillside. He's right there. Squirrels are so cute. He jumped in that tree. So there's the duck, still in and out of the water with his head, looking for whatever he can find. There's another duck coming. I don't know if he's going to swim more over this way so you can see him better. Let's give him a minute and see. He's more behind that bush. He's still in the water, but he's more behind the bush, so I don't know if you can see him. His head's in the water too. He's coming out a little bit. Let's see if he comes over a little bit more. Must be something good down there. There, I think you can see the other one a little bit better now. Okay, I'm going to go down here a little bit. See if you can see that blackbird right there. I think those are called crackles, I think. Sometimes the way the sun hits their feathers, they look like they've got like a bluish cast to their feathers. I think they're actually black, but the way the sun hits them, sometimes their feathers look blue. You can see them right there. I think they're called crackles. And then there's another bird right there that's got the long beak. That might be a sandhill, a small one. They've got long beaks because they dig in the water. They usually eat those little lizards and stuff. He's down there getting something. He might be snatching those dragonflies too, I don't know. But we can see him right there. Okay, so he's running along to get something else. Oh, there's a bird flying right there. There's another one. Those might be the sandhills as well. I'm not sure though. I just know Florida, in this whole area that I live in, they grow the birds bigger here. That's kind of funny. Alright, so we are on... Oh, I hit a bump. That hurt. Alright, so we're on the sidewalk that I need to be on now, so I just got to keep scooting along until I get down to the Publix, and then I can turn in. I think I have to go like one more intersection, I think. Hopefully. Okay, so look at this sidewalk here. How in the world... I'm going to scrape the bottom of my scooter. I got to slow down. Okay, made it. Alright, I don't know if I have the right of way here. Are they going to let me go? Okay, thank you. Alright, they're going to let me go. There's no crosswalk here. You just have to kind of... Everybody takes a turn. So here's a Freddy's frozen custard and steak burgers. Never heard of them. It's probably just a Florida thing. There's another Lynx bus. I'll point that out for Nick. That's the, I don't know what bus number that is. It's the 8. I do have to say the sidewalks here are in a lot better condition than what they are where we moved from. There's usually just a spot or two here or there that, you know, the sidewalk's a little crazy, but for the most part it's okay. So here is a Starbucks drive-through coming up. No, Nick, we're not stopping. Okay, so here's some more of those birds right there. I'm going to try to slow down so you can see them a little bit better. They have those long beaks too, and they dig for, I'm assuming, bugs in the ground. Let me zoom back out since I'm close. So those birds always usually stay together. You never hardly ever see one just like alone, because they travel in groups like that. All right, I hope they just let me pass and let's not get attacked on the way by. So you guys keep digging for your bugs or whatever it is that you're looking for. Okay. All right. They didn't try to attack me, so I'm blessed. I would have screamed for sure, I can tell you that. So here's another thing of water coming up here. Here's some birdies chirping. I'm slowing down a little bit. The sidewalk's a little bumpy right there. Okay. So we really can't see the water here because there's all these bushes in the way. There might be a clearing up here maybe that I can show you. Doesn't look like it, but maybe. All right, is this my turn in for Publix? It is. We've made it. So in here you've got Publix, Subway, there's a barber, a nail place, and a Chinese restaurant. All right, so I think I'm going to go in the crosswalk here because there's a sidewalk over here on this side, and that's where I want to be. I don't want to just cut through here, not on a sidewalk. I'm trying to be as safe as possible. So this wasn't too bad of a scooter ride to get here. I mean, Nick told me it wasn't that far, and I mean, obviously, I believed him, but I didn't know how bad it was going to be on a scooter, but actually this wasn't bad at all. So here we are. So here's another thing of water. See if we see anything in here that's worth showing. It's flying around or swimming around. Okay, I don't see any animals in this one. Alright, so this wasn't too bad. So probably when I get up to the Publix where I'm actually going to go in, I'm actually going to stop the recording for a little bit long enough to go in there and do what I got to do. And then I will resume this on the way home. And then when I get home, I'm probably going to take my dog out again for a walk. It's a good day for a walk because it's usually hot by now. We've got such a nice breeze in the area today, and yesterday we had one as well. I think it was because of maybe the rain that we had on Sunday. I think that was Sunday that we had the rain. It was Saturday. So it obviously that we needed a lot of rain, and we did get it, and it cooled things off. And we're still having some cooler weather because of it, so thankful for that. Though when it was raining, me and Nick and it sounds funny to say this, not funny but different, his girlfriend and her mother was with us because we were actually at Hollywood Studios for Dapper Day. So we were there Actually, we were getting ready to leave anyway when the rain started, so it was kind of good that it waited till the end of the day. They made a run for it, and they were waiting in the land pavilion in Epcot, and I was actually waiting inside a building where the Nemo and Friends are at. So then when the rain slacked off, then I got to where they were. They'd already left, but I met Nick up at the front of the park so we could catch our ride and go home. So you're gonna let me go? Okay, thank you. I can't wave at you. But so that rain that we had, which was much needed rain because we haven't had rain in a while, and cooled things off, and obviously we're still feeling the effects from that, so I'm blessed. Okay, so there's the Subway, and see what all else is in here. There's a UPS store. That's where I'm going, Publix. Alright, so there was a Subway, UPS. I don't know what this is. I don't think that's anything. Or no, it's this little restaurant. Okay, looks like you can get a massage coming up. Now what's this called? I can't pronounce that. It's a Turkish grill house. That's what's in there. This is a massage place. I could use a massage. I don't think I've ever had one. They got Disney pens in this place for 99 cents. I'm not going in there because I'll end up spending money that I don't need to be spending. Because if I see Disney, I usually have to open up the wallet. So I'm just going to avoid that. Alright, so I think this is the Publix up here. So if this is it, I'm going to end the video for now so I can go in here and do what I got to do, and then I'll be back. There's some pool noodles out there if anybody wants to buy some pool noodles. If I bought those, I'd probably just smack Nick with them. Alright, so we made it to Publix. I'm going to end this for now, and I'll be back. Alright, so this is the last little bit of the journey on my way home from getting my pedicure and stopping at Publix twice. So I'm on the sidewalk. I'm actually on the opposite side of the street from the property that I live on because there's construction on the one side, so I had to end up on the other side. So I'm going up here to the crosswalk so I can use the crosswalk and get across there that way a little safer, and then I'll just have to go down the sidewalk on the other side, and then I will be home. So we've made it. I've made it. Nothing crazy has happened, which is a good thing. Sometimes when nothing happens, it's a good day. So I don't know if when I get home I'm going to see how hot the dog park feels when I'm deciding if I'm taking my dog out just to go to the bathroom or if I'm actually taking him out to go for a walk. It depends on how hot the turf is in the dog park where we're at. Sometimes that turf gets a little toasty, so I'm going to have to make a judgment call when I get there so his feet don't get too hot. Because when I have taken him there and his feet get hot, he starts prancing around a little bit. I mean, it's not really funny, but he starts prancing around a little bit because it gets hot, and I don't want his feet to feel that way, so I'll have to make a judgment call. Now I'm trying to see where, I think I got to go down one more intersection here so I can get to the crosswalk area where I can push the button. You're gonna let me go? Okay, this car's gonna let me go. So I have to go down one more block because I don't want to cross right there because there's no push button that I can push to get the walk. And look at this crazy busy highway. Yeah, I'm not taking a scooter across that because I don't feel like playing Frogger today. So what is this right here? I'm not sure. I didn't see a sign on it. It's a blue building. That's all I can tell you. So I have to go all the way down here to the intersection and cross and then go back up the other side over there. And here comes this bicycle. I hope he slows down. I'm staying over here because he scares me. Okay. That squirrel went right in front of him. I'm so glad he didn't run it over. I would have been crying. I hate those bikes because they go too fast, and usually the people that are on them, they're not paying attention. So it's not the bikes that I hate, it's the people that are driving them not paying attention. And they're allowed to ride them on the sidewalk, and they do, but they're going really fast and they don't pay attention. There's been times I've almost been run over. I mean, I don't think they're fast enough to actually be on the road, but I think they go way too fast for the sidewalk. So I don't know. It's probably just an opinion, but that's mine. I feel like I'm just totally going out of my way just to get where I need to be. Which essentially I am, because I need to be over there and I'm over here. I have to wipe my eyes. At least I've had a nice breeze for most of this excursion. Switch to the intersection that has the crosswalk, but hurry up and get here. That looks like an electric fence right there. Don't touch that. It might be shocking. I'm gonna find out. It looks like it could be one. I don't know if it still has any electric run into it, but it looks like an electric fence. So let's just stay over here because I don't really feel like finding out. There's a tree down right there. Looks like it's been down for a while. I hope I can get to the front office before they close. At. That's the thing about people driving here. A lot of people honk their horns a lot. Sometimes it's for no reason. I think they think because they have a horn in the car, they gotta beep it. Blowing my hair the other way, and I think it's making me feel like I'm going even slower than what I actually am because I'm like going against the wind. Oh, I just want to hurry up and find a crosswalk. So I will say the Orlando area, they have a lot of properties, apartments and townhomes that are like everywhere. I mean, if you can't find a place to live here, it's going to be because you're just not looking, because there's townhomes and apartments like on every corner. So still quiet for this area for right now because we haven't hit rush hour yet. I'm also trying to get home before all that starts. And the motorcycles on the road here, yeah, they think they're the only one on the road. And sometimes they don't wear helmets, which I'm like, okay, I wish you the best of luck. My dog's probably wondering, like, where is my mother? Like, I'm wondering the same thing, Cooper. Where am I? I was turned around there for a minute, but I know where I'm at now, so everything's okay. There's a bike coming towards me. Oh, he's on the road. Okay. I thought he was on the sidewalk. Oh, he is on the sidewalk. Okay. Well, stay over there. I'm over here. You're over there. He's weaving back and forth. I'm just going to let him go. Crazy traffic. Okay. I still have to go all this way and then back up the other side. Look at that red car. Another one of those bikes. I'm going to stop until he passes. That one was a little smaller than the other one, but those are the ones that go super fast because I think they're half pedal assist and half motorized. I think where I see the green light up there is where my opportunity will be to have a crosswalk. I'm hoping. Cora is written right there. Wonder who Cora is. Does anybody know? Nobody knows. I'm almost to the red light, so hopefully I can cross. I heard him coming up behind me. So even though I don't have a car right now, but I will say the bus system around here is pretty good. It can get you pretty much anywhere you need to go. And if you don't have too far to go, you can do what I'm doing, and a lot of people do, because car insurance down here is really high. So I do think a lot of people either use the public transportation down here, or they have those motorized scooters that they can use to get around, because car insurance down here is really high, and that's probably because a lot of people that are down here don't know how to drive. And you get a lot of people that are from out of town. I mean, no saying anything bad about out of towners, because I used to be one of those, but people that don't live here, but then they come here on vacation and say rent a car, a lot of them don't know how to handle the Florida traffic. So when I came here on vacation, I either let the hotel that I was staying at get me around, or I would Uber, because I thought, you know what, let somebody drive that knows the area would just be better. So I think there was only one time that I came here and I rented a car, but that was just because the school that my son went to at the time was down here for a competition, and I kind of needed a car because we were going to be in the parks, but not as often as like other trips that we had down here. So I did rent a car because I needed to have access to get him back and forth for practice and stuff. Okay, so this is where I think I need to cross, and I push the button. So let's hope it doesn't take too long for me to be able to cross here. But yeah, so I think one time when we came here, I did rent a car, but that was like a school trip, so it was kind of needed, and I really wasn't driving on a lot of the main roads, and we were here in a big group, and so it wasn't quite as bad, and we weren't going to the parks a lot because that really wasn't the purpose of the trip when we were here, even though we did go, but it wasn't the main purpose of the trip. So, and really it was just to have a car to drive myself and Nick back and forth between where we were staying to where he had to go to practice for the competition, and then just drive to the competition, and that's pretty much all I did. So I say, if you don't live here and you're going to come here, either public transportation or an Uber is the way to go. It's just a lot safer and easier. And that crosswalk over there, I got the red hand right now, so I'm just waiting for it to change so I can go. Push the button. I hope it doesn't take forever. Pushed it again, but I don't know, that's not going to make it go any quicker. So I figure after these cars get another red light, I should be able to go, hopefully. I hope this crosswalk here gives me enough time to get through the intersection. All right, they have another green light, so probably gotta wait one more light. Maybe it's my turn now. Hopefully, I can hope and pray. Or not. I just want to cross the road. That's all I want to do. Oh my gosh, what's this on top of this car over here? It's turning. It's a lobster on top of the car. Look. Okay, that's something you don't see every day. All right. Oh, when is it my turn? I've been sitting here an awful long time. Ooh, finally. We can go. All right. Let's hope I have enough time to get through here. At 30 seconds. Sorry, I went sideways there for a minute. Had to switch hands. Yeah, 10 seconds to spare. All right, yeah, sorry about the video going sideways there for a minute. I had to switch hands. All right, so now I'm on the side of the road that I need to be on to get to my home. So now it's just a straight shot. So let's look and see what businesses we have over here. Looks like we've got a Japanese steakhouse. It says coming soon. So is that, yeah, it's not here yet. Okay. But there's a lot of other stores in this shopping area. If just from here, the sidewalk, I see a Domino's. Let's see what else I can see. There is an Escapology. That's an escape room. I think we tried to go there once, but we were just doing it the day of and there was no openings. So I see Escapology, Domino's. There is a vape shop. There's a lot of those down here. There is, I can't see what that is. Looks like there's a Korean restaurant. Something else, I can't read what that is. There's a First Watch, which is a local restaurant that's here. They have pretty good food. It's kind of like a restaurant bar type thing. So we've eaten there a couple times. Their food's pretty good. I mean, it's just your typical like burgers and fries, and they got chicken and steaks and stuff like that. So we're gonna pass it here. You can see it better. It's First Watch right there. So then here is, there's no water running, but here's this fountain right here. It needs, there's no water in it. See how quiet it is on this road? It's because it's not 5 o'clock. See, this little shopping area here is called City Lake Point Restaurants, shops, and offices. That's what's in there. There's a bug on my arm. I had to smack it. These little lizards keep running across the sidewalk. That's how they get run over. Alright, so I'm going to have to sit here for a minute. I don't know if anybody's going to let me go. These two cars probably aren't going to let me go. I think this one might. Okay, thank you. That person's going to let me go. There's a bird right there on that little tree stump. He just flew in the bush, so I don't know if you saw him. I hear a car idling over there, or it needs a new muffler or something. So one time we went through this little area right here. Nick was walking and I was on my scooter. Those little flowers right there, but there was a whole bunch of them all over the ground. I guess it was like there's still some here. But when we went through here before, there was way more than this. They were all over the place. So I don't know what property this is. I've seen it before, but I don't know what it is. I think I got one of those red or pink petals stuck to my scooter tire, so I have to brush that off before I go in the house, because I don't want my dog to get it. I'm close, but I still feel like I got a ways to go. This is like taking forever. I hear a helicopter. See if I can get out from the tree and see it. It's right there. See, now this is usually not a problem, but this sidewalk here is bad. I'm going to back up a little bit because I think it looks a little bit less evil over here, possibly. Might even be better just to go through the grass. I mean, who knows? Because it's pretty chopped up right there. Okay, now I'm going to get back on the sidewalk. I just didn't want to go through that. That was a pretty severe dip right there in the concrete. Probably would have lost a tire. I'm going to quote Lightning McQueen. No tires, just gas. Go, go, go. All right. No tires, just gas. There's a school bus letting kids off. So this property is called City Lakes. Okay, so here's another part of the sidewalk that's kind of suspicious a little bit. Okay, so I don't have a walk signal here, but it doesn't look like any of these cars are turning, so I'm just gonna go. There's some pretty flowers. I think those are marigolds. Those are some pretty flowers right there. Of course, I don't know what they are. I mean, because why would I? I do know... I am familiar with some types of flowers. I'm just not familiar with those ones. That was me running over some leaves. There's a pretty little fountain right here. Oh, please don't tell me the sidewalk ran out a little bit. I think there's a small patch of gravel up here that I might have to go through. This probably ain't going to end well. I think I knew it was like this, but I kind of forgot. This is going to be bad. I'm just going to have to take it slow. I hope I don't puncture a tire or rip something off my scooter. Damn it. Okay, sorry for ending the video rather abruptly, and sorry if you heard me say damn it, but it's because the sidewalk ran out and I had to get up for a minute to get the scooter through the grassy, rocky area. So sorry if you heard the word damn it, but you know, this is just it's kind of, you're viewing this as it happens. So that was kind of what was happening at the moment. So I got through the gravel and the grass area and we're back on the sidewalk now. So, and I'm close, so I can go pay rent and just get done everything else I need to get done. So I kind of knew that area was there where the path ran out for just a minute, but I kind of forgot about it until I got there. And then that's when I was like, damn it. Okay. So somebody will watch this later and find it's funny. And Grace, if you watch this and you see that, I'm sure you'll think it's funny. So we cut the video off because I had to get through. So just life as it unfolds, I guess. There's a Prime truck, Amazon. I wouldn't know anything about that. Okay, here's where the sidewalk gets a little wonky again. So you're going to see me going back and forth to try to avoid the bad spots. I hope I can get up and over this. Okay. Nope. I got to back up and try it again. I don't want to go too fast though because I don't want to rip a tire in the back. Because I got like the regular wheels and then I got like these two smaller wheels. It will totally rip one of those off. Okay, I got it. I have to say this has been an adventure. I'm not sure what kind, but it's been an adventure, to say the least. So here's a real pretty fountain coming up here to my left. After all that I went through, this is kind of like my reprieve at the end. So I can get to watch this pretty fountain as we go by. That's a pretty fountain. I do have to say that a lot of the properties that are here, not all of them, but a lot of the properties that are here have these fountains on somewhere, and they've got this nice little bridge that kind of goes over top of it. So that's really pretty and relaxing. This is not an apartment complex. This is the Sheraton Vacation Club, but it's still pretty nonetheless. Some pretty flowers here too. I'm sure the property hard at work to keep this looking like that. I'm surprised I don't see any butterflies hanging out in these flower bed areas. Probably because they're all at Epcot. There's another fountain right there. Sorry, I had to stop. There was a bug on me. It was on my arm. Had to get it off. It was like a little gnat or something. So, for the most part, this trip to get the money order hasn't been that bad. They only kind of like, not really a bad part, but the only part that was a little, I could have done without was the sidewalk area. But other than that, it's been okay. And I'm thankful it's not hot out here. That's been a total blessing. Because for this being May 5th, it could be a lot hotter right now, and it's not, so I'm thankful. Gotta slow down. Another wonky sidewalk. Okay, made it. I'm going over here because that was a little uneven. We got a couple more uneven spots right here, so I'm going to hit this one here, and the sidewalk over here I got to go to the right, because look how uneven it is right there. So I have to stick to this side so it's not as bad. or bumpy? Okay. Alright, so this has been my excursion for the day. So I'm going to end this. I'm going to go pay my rent and take my dog out. And I hope everybody's enjoyed this, even though this wasn't that exciting. But we saw some birds along the way, and ducks and things like that, and traffic. So, okay, and y'all got to hear me having a moment when the sidewalk ran out. Alright, so I will want to post this later. Watch it, enjoy it if you will. Thumbs up, subscribe, share, all the good stuff, and we will see you tomorrow.